Good morning. Today we are going to finish lesson 5.6, all our area and perimeter work. So this is only with page 270 today, but this is probably the trickiest part of the lesson. So you will have just area today, and we're only working with these shapes. Okay, so it's all still built with rectangles, but they are complex rectangles that are combined together. And so we're going to start by working on finding some unknown side lengths. Okay, so you see a bunch of blanks here, but we have to use what we know with rectangles or what we know about rectangles, which is opposite sides are always equal. Okay, but there are some tricky parts to this. So these two sides, the top and the bottom, are opposite. So we know they're going to be equal. So if this side is 2 inches up here, then this side needs to be 2 inches here. Okay. Same down here. So they start and stop in the same spot. So the bottom half of this rectangle, we don't know, but the top half is 5 inches. So from here to here is 5 inches. So the bottom is 5 inches as well. Now where it gets tricky is when it doesn't directly have the same size length on the opposite side. But watch what happens here. So we know that this side is not 9 inches. It's 9 inches from here all the way down to here. But what we do know is this 9 inches is the same as we took this side plus this side plus this side. Okay, well, 9 is going to be the same as 3 plus 3 plus this, whatever our blank is. So we don't, that's what we need to figure out. Well, 3 plus 3 is 6. In order to get all the way up to 9 and make this a true number equation, we would know that our unknown here could be a variable if we were writing this as an equation in algebra, has to be 3. So this has to be 3 because these are made of rectangles. And so you have these three sides, the three red sides, have to add up to 9 because that's what the opposite is. Okay, you'll need to do the same with this side. What are the opposite sides? Okay, so think about, if you look across, this one it's given to you, right? This one it's given to you. So since the left side is 4, this right side is the exact same length, so that's also 4 meters. Okay, try and figure out these last two. Go ahead and pause the video right now. Use the clues from across to figure out how long they need to be. Pause it now. Okay, so we know if we're working on this one, this side, this whole side here has to be this part plus this part, or in other words, 2 plus 3. So this one is going to be 5. Okay. Now the bottom one, let me get rid of some of that in red. The bottom one is a little bit trickier. Okay. So we know these two sides. So the two sides on the top, 4 and 3. So the whole top is 7 meters. So that needs to equal our lower sides now. So we have 3, 3, and then an unknown here. So our equation could be 3 plus 3 plus something gets me to 7. So all three of these bottom red sides need to add up to 7. Okay, well, and the way we would do that is 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 1 more. So this side is 1 meter. Now that we have that figured out, now what we'll need to do is find the area of each figure. Well, let's look at how we do that. Okay, you can separate it into rectangles again. Remember, it looks something like this. We have our long rectangle and our shorter rectangle here. Okay, so think about what sides are the length and the width, though. It can get kind of tricky when you have multiple rectangles. So this length along the bottom is simply 5. So you have 5 times the height is 3, or the width. So this rectangle is 5 times 3. And then this one we said was 2 by 9. So this one would be 2 times 9. Well, the area of figure A is 2 times 9 is 18, plus 5 times 3 is 15. That's going to leave us with an area of 33. And our label is inches for A. And we got to say squared because we're doing area again. Okay, so that's how you find the area. So break this into 3 rectangles. And you're going to try and find the area of the top, the middle, and the bottom. Be careful about which ones you are using as your labels. And then you're going to be doing that same thing again here. And so you're going to be finding the area. You're going to be finding the area. Before you can find the area, you will need to make sure that you are filling in the missing sides as well. And so, in order to find this entire missing side in red, you'll need to take this side plus this side plus this side. Oops. And that is going to get you to how long this entire side is. Okay? And then to do that, to find the bottom side here, just like we did up above, you'll need to go ahead and it's going to add up to 10 feet, right? That whole thing is 10 feet. So this part, which we don't know, plus 5 plus 2 will get you to 10 feet. And so this is going to be that leftover that you got to figure out. And then what you'll need to do is find the area. So you'll want to break it into rectangles like we did above. And so you'll probably have a rectangle here and a rectangle in the middle and then one at the top. Make sure you are using the correct measurements for your length and your width, right? For example, this 2 feet here, this is not a 2 by 3 rectangle. This top part is 10 by 3. Okay. And then also here, once you figure out the entire, so for this rectangle, you'll need to figure out, it'll be a little bit trickier, right? And so this one is 5, but you also have how much this measurement is here, okay? So finding the dimensions in this rectangle is going to be a little bit harder. It's 4, because its height is 4, its width is 4, but you'll also need to figure out what this length is going to be, okay? Well, and you can eliminate this 2 feet. One way you could do it is say, well, this whole length is 10, but now I don't have this 2 feet here anymore. So 10 minus 2 will get you to 8. So the area of this rectangle could be 4 times 8. And then this one, your width is 4 again. And so you need to figure out the length, whatever your length is. If you can figure that out, that's going to be your area. And then you add these 3 up. Okay? So like I said, this is the trickiest part today. This is the trickiest part of area that we'll deal with as 4th graders. Okay? And so what you'll do next, you do have page 270. I want you to try and finish that page. And then there is homework 5.6 in Think Central that combines all 3 of the days that we've worked on area. And then there's some IXL practice too that your teacher may have assigned to you. All right, make sure you're asking questions if it doesn't make sense. Good luck.